Welcome to our deep dive exploring AI and language learning. You want to use AI to learn a new language, right? Well, we've got a ton of sources to help us figure this all out. Research papers, articles from education experts, even some YouTube videos and parts of books.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive collection, and it shows how many people are interested in this topic. A lot of these sources highlight like AI's potential to personalize language learning. It
Hmm.
could give you practice and support in a way that like traditional methods can't always do.
Okay, so one researcher interviewed someone who said, I think that's our future. It's inevitable right now. I mean, they didn't say whether it was Lucas or Fabricio, but AI in language learning seems like it's not a question of if anymore, right? It's how.
Yeah, that sense that it's inevitable, it's definitely out there. We can already see AI being used for pronunciation, grammar checkers, vocabulary builders, like all kinds of things.
So it's not like some generic app that says learn Spanish. It's more like having a partner that gets you, that learns your strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. So if you said you wanted to get better at pronunciation, there are tools that can listen to you and give you feedback. Or, like, if grammar's tough for you, AI can give you specific exercises and explain things.
That's amazing. It's like having a tutor, but they're there all the time.
Well, kind of. And it's not just about fixing mistakes. AI can make learning more engaging, you know,
Oh,
like immersive. One source mentioned using AI to make interactive stories or role-playing. That way, you can practice your skills in a fun way that feels real.
right. It's not just about memorizing verb conjugations. It's about actually using the language in real life.
Yeah, precisely. That's what AI is good at. It creates a safe, comfortable place for you to practice, to try new words. You can build your confidence without worrying about judgment.
That's huge, especially if you get nervous talking in front of people. It's like having a place to practice where it's okay to mess up and learn from it.
Absolutely. And as you get more comfortable, the AI can make things harder, make you push yourself and get more fluent.
It's almost like a video game with different levels to beat.
There's some similarities for sure. And just like in those games, AI can show you that you're making progress. And that can be really motivating.
And speaking of motivation, Pearson did research, a survey, and found that 51% of college students said AI helped them get better grades in language courses, and 56% felt like AI helped them learn more efficiently.
Wow, those are some good numbers. They show that AI is already helping people learn languages better. It also highlights how AI can help you learn on your own, like self-directed learning, giving you more control over how you learn.
So it's like you don't have to wait for a teacher to explain something. You can use AI to get help right when you need it.
Exactly. Imagine translating a difficult text instantly or getting a grammar explanation whenever you're stuck. There are so many new possibilities.
Now, one source talked about this framework. It's called Tech Variety, and it's for using AI in teaching. Tone, encouragement, feedback, curiosity, variety, autonomy, relevance, interactive engagement, tension, and yields products. That's a lot. Basically, it covers how you can use AI to make learning better.
It's a very thorough framework and shows how AI can be part of language learning, from making a good classroom environment to encouraging curiosity and engagement.
So, under tone climate, imagine AI making icebreakers or team building exercises, especially for people new to learning languages. It could help everyone feel more comfortable.
That's a really good example. And with encouragement and feedback, AI can give you personalized feedback to keep you on track. Imagine flashcards that adapt to you or quizzes that show you your strengths and weaknesses.
What about curiosity? The source talked about AI generating conversations with historical figures. You could practice your language skills while learning history and culture.
That's a great way to make learning more engaging. It plays on our natural curiosity, which is super important for learning.
It's like taking a trip through time, a virtual one, but you're also practicing a new language at the same time.
Exactly. And for variety, AI can make stories, poems, even short videos, all in the language you're learning. It's like having a partner who helps you be creative with language.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like having a whole team of language experts, all powered by AI. I can already see how this could change how people learn languages.
It's definitely a game changer. And we're just getting started. As AI gets better, we can expect even more amazing language learning tools.
So exciting. Let's talk about another framework they mentioned, the R2D2 model. It's about active learning with AI. Read, reflect, display, do.
I love the acronym. It's easy to remember, and it perfectly describes active learning. It's about interacting with what you're learning, not just passively taking it in.
Exactly. For read, you could use AI to translate news articles or blog posts, and then you can summarize them. It's great for immersing yourself in authentic content and getting better at reading comprehension.
It's like having a reading tutor who can explain difficult things and help you connect ideas.
Then for reflect, what if you had AI analyze your writing and give you feedback, like on your grammar and style? Then you could think about that feedback and figure out how to improve.
Like having a writing coach who can help you sound better and be clearer.
Okay, for display, maybe use AI image generators to make flashcards or mind maps. You could turn new words into pictures. It makes them easier to remember.
That's a great way to use visual learning, especially helpful if you struggle with memorizing things the traditional way.
Finally, for do, how about using AI to make prompts for role-playing? You could practice things like ordering food, asking directions, or just chatting with a friend. A fun way to put your skills to the test.
It's like having a partner who helps you rehearse conversations. It helps you get more confident. And you're taking what you learned from books and using it in the real world.
It sounds like the future of language learning is going to be more personalized, more fun, and easier for everyone to access.
I think you're right. And as AI keeps getting better, we'll see even more exciting changes in how we learn languages.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too. And I'm excited to see how you'll use these AI tools to learn languages. It's amazing to see how much AI is already changing language learning. And this is just the beginning.
It really is. And since we were just talking about it, let's get back to that tech variety framework, specifically the variety part and how AI can make stories, poems, videos just for you.
It's like having a whole content creation studio right there on your computer. And, that brings us to autonomy in the framework, which is all about giving learners more control.
Right. One of the sources talked about a brave people option for book reviews. You could feed a PDF into a tool like Chat PDF or Chat GPT, then get the AI to critique it and think about what it says.
That's a really interesting idea. It helps people think more deeply about what they read. Think critically about the AI's feedback and come up with their own ideas.
It's like having a book club, but with AI. And then for relevance, there were examples of how to use AI to prep for real conversations, like using Chat PDF to come up with questions for guest speakers or making better interview questions.
Very practical. It shows how AI can connect what you learn in class to how you talk in real life.
Yeah, it's about making language learning feel real, not just something you do from a textbook.
Totally. So for interactive engagement, AI can really make collaborative learning better. One source mentioned using AI to act out difficult conversations. Like, imagine practicing tough work conversations or negotiations, but with an AI partner.
It would be like rehearsing for real life conversations. You could try different things without worrying about messing up in real life.
And you could get feedback from the AI on how you sound, if you're clear, and how well you're getting your message across.
That would be so useful. A researcher at Old Dominion University actually has her students use ChatGPT as a debate partner, to challenge their arguments and help them think critically.
That's a perfect example of using AI to teach critical thinking. It makes you think about other perspectives, get ready for counterarguments,
Yeah.
and really solidify your own points.
Like a personal debate coach, but it's there whenever you need it. Okay, so one source suggested something to analyze AI bias. Have AI write a scene with people doing specific jobs and see what gender it gives them.
It's an interesting activity that can help people realize that AI can be biased. It shows how important it is to think critically when you're using AI tools.
Right, it's a reminder that AI is still being developed and we have to be aware of its limitations.
Exactly. AI is a tool to help us learn and improve, but it doesn't replace our own judgment and critical thinking.
Another good idea for engagement is having students compare their own summaries of readings to ones generated by AI. Maybe even have teams argue about which AI did the best job.
That sounds fun, and it would encourage collaboration and deeper understanding of the material.
Exactly. AI should be used to start conversations and help us learn, not just give us all the answers.
One source even had a brave people section for using AI in online discussions.
Yeah.
You could use AI to help write your responses or critiques. I wonder how that would change things.
Yeah, it could lead to interesting conversations about AI's role in communication and learning.
Definitely. Now, moving on to tension in the framework, there's a project called SMILE at Stanford. It uses AI to see how much critical thinking is in a student's question, like ranking it from basic to highly critical.
That's amazing, like having a critical thinking coach right there with you, pushing you to ask deeper questions.
It helps people go beyond just understanding the basics and really dig into the complex parts of a topic. It gets them thinking about the why behind the what.
And finally, yields products. There were examples of AI helping students create tangible things. One source talked about using ChatGPT for job applications, like writing cover letters and resumes.
Super practical, especially for people who are finishing school and looking for jobs.
It's a good way to get started and see how those documents are usually written. But the source also mentioned that sometimes AI writing can be kind of boring and repetitive. It's important to, make it your own.
Of course, AI is a good starting point, but it's our creativity that makes things interesting and unique.
Right. AI should help you improve your skills, not replace them altogether. Speaking of creating things, another source mentioned using AI to help write video scripts. Imagine what you could do for language learning projects.
Wow, yeah. Learners could make educational videos, short films, even animated stories, all with AI. That opens up a lot of possibilities for storytelling.
I love that. It's like giving them digital filmmaking tools powered by AI. And what about like the AI podcast show? Students could work together to make their own podcasts using AI for everything.
That's a fantastic idea.
Right.
They could have AI come up with topics, do research, write scripts, even edit the audio.
It'd be like a super fast course on making podcasts with AI as their teacher.
And it gives them a way to share what they know with the world.
All of this is so inspiring. It feels like we're at the start of something big for language learning, and AI is a huge part of it.
I think so too. It's an exciting time, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
It feels like we're entering this whole new world for language learning. Like technology is helping people in ways we never even imagined.
Yeah, it is really exciting. But like with any new tech, it's important to be, realistic about AI, see both the good and the bad.
You're right, we got to be aware of the downsides. So let's talk about some of the challenges and things to think about when using AI for language learning.
One thing is relying too much on AI. It's easy to just let the tech do everything, but we have to remember the goal is to actually learn the language ourselves.
So use it as a tool to help, not as a replacement.
Exactly. Think of it like a training partner, not the actual game. A soccer player wouldn't only practice with a robot, right? They got to play real games too.
That's a good way to put it. It shows how important it is to find that balance between AI and talking to real people.
Yeah, AI can help you practice and give you feedback, but the end goal is to actually use the language in real life.
Makes sense. And that reminds me of another thing, critical thinking. We can't just believe everything AI tells us. We have to be able to judge that information, see if there's any bias, and make up our own minds.
That's so important. AI models learn from tons of data, and that data can have, societal biases in it. So, yeah, we got to be aware of that and really think about the information we're getting.
It's like with any information, right? Books, websites, AI tools, we have to
Yeah.
be careful and make our own decisions.
Right. We need to develop those critical thinking skills so we can, navigate this world of information and make good choices.
So the main point is AI can be incredibly helpful for learning languages, but we have to use it carefully, thoughtfully, always remembering the bigger goals, becoming fluent, thinking critically, and being able to communicate in real-world situations.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's
Yep.
an amazing journey, and each person gets to choose their own path, using AI as like a compass or a guide.
And since you're on your own language learning journey, what's one AI experiment you want to try based on what we've talked about?
Well, I gotta say, that idea of talking with historical figures really got me thinking. Imagine the conversations I could have in my target language. Maybe chat with a famous writer or a revolutionary leader.
That's awesome. I'm a visual person, so I want to try those AI image generators for flashcards. Making pictures for new words might help me remember them better.
Love it. That's exactly how AI can be personalized. It can fit your learning style.
So there you have it, everyone. We dove deep into the world of AI and language learning. We saw the potential, the challenges, the different tools, and even some creative ways to use it. This field is constantly changing, and we're just at the start of this journey.
And the best part is you can be part of it too. Try out these AI tools. See how tech can help you reach your language goals.
Exactly. We always love hearing from you, so let us know about your AI language learning adventures. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.